यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 29 of 11th chapter. Arjuna uvacha yatha pradiptam jwalanam patangaah vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaah tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokaah tavapi vaktrani samruddha vegaah. These verses, they give proper perception of our life. And these verses from Arjuna, it shows his maturity and it shows that subtle meaning what he means. So for example, when you live a life, the life means what? I have to survive. That survival attitude is the main focus on every day's life. I have to survive, I have to survive, I have to survive in proper way, I have to survive with all kinds of repetitions, I have to survive with love so that I can enjoy my life. That is the main target of our life. I have to survive, but I have to survive happily. But we never plan to have an enemy, but we plan to have the friends. But the friends will convert into enemy, which we never had in our plan. Any friends, when you want to make a friendship with somebody, you never plan after 6 months I would continue as the enemy. We never do that. But you think about the birth of Lord Krishna. Because when he was born, his own relative, his own uncle had become an enemy. That enemy, even he was a great enemy with all powers in this world. And the Pandavas who didn't have the enmity towards the Kauravas, but always these Kauravas were injected by this Shakuni and Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra had the good quality also, but the Shakuni who were always dumping the good quality and elevating and increasing the bad quality. He always provokes Dhritarashtra to act as the father. You are the father of your sons. You are the father of your son. He made Dhritarashtra to take the wrong path. Because Dhritarashtra never acted like the king of Hastinapura. He always as the father. That father also the blind father who doesn't know what is right and wrong. Therefore, the total chaos had happened. In the same way, when we are born, we never plan anybody to convert into enemy, but we are not able to avoid. We have to fight with every insect, isn't it? Every bacteria, every virus. Computers also should fight with the virus, and especially I should have the stamina to fight with all kinds of bacteria and viruses and all kinds of diseases and disasters of the world. I have to fight. Life means what? To survive. Survival means what? To fight. To fight means what? Struggle. This is the life. Now the life means what? It's a struggling. That's what our understanding is. Struggling for what? Struggling with others. So when you want to be a great businessman, you have to fight with other companies because those companies won't allow you to grow. So when you learn the condition, you will also set a fire in you to compete with them. You beat them and you beat in an honest way or you beat in a backbiting way. That's your choice. But that condition I have to fight. If we have little bit thinking ability to see, to analyze the world, the nature of the world, nature of the Prakriti, see, any enemy, he also doesn't want to convert himself as enemy to us. Like Ravaneshwara, he didn't have enmity with Rama, but he was converted. That's what we have to grow to go for second step of response. My guru always used to say, whenever there is a problem, if somebody is attacking you, then you have to think, you should not react immediately. Because that's what we do always. We think that I'm acting. You are not acting. You are reacting. So you are reacting for what? In order to survive. So reaction won't help for survival. These reactions will bring misery for our life. That fact has to be understood. And one more thing, when you respond one step further, when somebody attacks, you should think why he is attacking. What made him do that? What is the reason for that? You have to respond to the reason. You have to respond, not to react. So when you react, you are under pressure. You become slave. But when you act or respond, you are not under pressure. You are very clear what you are doing. So when you perform any action, it should not be in the form of reaction. So reaction means you continue to be a slave. That is not proper. Therefore, now Arjuna is learning. So I thought so many people were my enemies. Because whenever Karna name is uttered, immediately the Arjuna used to get pressure. Some kind of restlessness. So like we also have so many people. If a name of, recently I had one incident. So we were performing the puja. Before yajnas, we usually have the sankalpa, In the sankalpa, everybody's name and their gotras, nakshatras and rashis has to be read loudly. I had asked one person to read loudly so that puja, the person who has given for puja, he will get that satisfaction. Yes, my name is being uttered in front of Bhagavan so that I will also be blessed. What happened, this person who read, he missed two names and he continued other names. Then that particular person had come and asked, Swamiji, my name was not read. I called that person. Have you left somebody's name? That's what I asked. Then he said, no Swamiji, I read everything. Then I got the list and saw there was two names. Then I got the sheet and I loudly read those names. Then that particular person got satisfied. Then he went and back to his seat. After the puja completed, I called that person and asked, why you missed those names? Then he said, Swamiji, so those names will bring restlessness in me because they are the great enemies. Then I asked for the stories the simple way. They were the close friends who converted into enemy because they established a business. Finally, they kicked him off. Therefore, whenever those two people's name he just listened or sees somewhere, he becomes restless. That's what a human being. We react immediately, not thinking that whose name is this. These names that they don't belong to them. But he started reacting. The life is full of reaction. If your life consists full of reactions, you cannot have the peaceful of mind. You can just experience the hell out of it. That's what now understanding. So I lived my life with so many enemies. I thought they were my enemies. I have to struggle to fight with them. I have to prepare myself to fight with them. Therefore, you might have seen, in Puranas, the Pandavas and Kauravas, Pandavas lived with what? Revenging attitude. Not whole Pandavas. Dharmaputra was there. Dharmaputra, he never thought of anybody can be his enemy. But the karma phala, prarabdha, brought him into the battlefield. That's what the life is. So life brings you in a position where you have to respond properly with the clarity, nobody is my enemy, because Bhagavan is making everything. Here the dealing with not me and the people, here the dealing with me and with my karma phala. That is the dealing, that is the life. Life means what? So only to face my karma phala, only to face my karma phala in various forms, various people's emotions. If I have the clarity, then I can face that clarity, which means I have to face my karma phala with the Ishvara's grace. When I surrender, I can face my karma phala properly. It doesn't matter death takes place or not. But if I am lacking for that understanding, I will consider like the moth. Do you know the moth? Moth means the small insects. So when it looks at the fire, it comes fast and falls into the fire, not knowing that fire will cause its own destruction. Like people ran to fall into the fire. That's what is happening. So every reaction makes you to get closer to your death, your destruction. That is the flow of the life of the people. Not knowing the fact we are running towards the destruction. They run fast. And ask the people, I don't have time for anything. Anything means if you ask them to attend half an hour for a day, you just read or study Bhagavad Gita half an hour for a day. I don't have time. So when will it complete, Swamiji? So can you complete within 6 months? Because the 6 months is a long time that I can give. So that too only for you and Bhagavad Gita. Then I said, your 6 months is very much valuable 6 months. You just go and study. Within 6 months, he could complete only 3 chapters. Then he said, 6 months ho gaya. So after 6 months, he came to me, what should I do? Then I said, you go and take the decision. You have to make the decision. Now you have come to know what it is. Then he came next day and he said, Swamiji, you are very clever. You got me into this. You pulled me into this. Now I don't know how to go out of it. Then I asked immediately, why should you go out? What is the necessity? Are you not enjoying the Shastra? Yes, of course I am enjoying the Shastra. Then why the hell you are going out? Then he didn't expect the word which I used. Because Swamiji, I am engaged with lots of activities. I have to respond to them. I have taken the responsibility, I am a married person. So what, you are married or not married doesn't matter. It depends on you. Your life has to be fixed by you. You don't get everything on the head. That's what we are doing. Where are you going very fast to fall? After 60 years, when the retirement takes place, after that you will become stunned. You don't know what to be done. Because whole mind and body is being practiced, running, always make pressure. After 60, you don't know what to be done. But all this trained body, mind and sense complex wants to get something, it wants to hold something to run. At that time, nothing will be given to you. Everywhere, if you go and ask for the job, they will say that no job. You won't have anything to catch hold. At that time, your eyes and ears, they won't work properly. You cannot catch the Shastra at that time. Therefore, catch the Shastra from now itself. It will help at that time. Whether you understand or not, just keep listening to it. That mind and buddhi will observe it and observe it. You will be absorbed by the knowledge. The knowledge will be there to catch hold after your retirement. And in between also, who knows? Just you may have the realization like Arjuna, some Krishna will come. Not some Krishna. Why? Krishna himself will come with a proper clarity. Life has to be lived with a proper quality. Now, life means only two principles: my karma pala and me. My karma pala has to be faced with not crying attitude. My karma pala is to be given the response with the blessings of Ishvara, with the blessings of the understanding which is said here. Now the given example is very beautiful. Patangaha. Patangaha means the moth. How this patangaha samruddha vegaha nashaya pradiptam vishanti. How they go, how they run fast and to get into the fire for their own destruction. This is how these people also lokaha api tava swanashaya samruddha vegaha vishanti. They enter very fast in your mouth for their own destruction. That's what is going on. That's what is happening. It's a great eye-opening, because what am I doing? I thought I killed so many people. Now I become shy to say that. I am not the person who was the great warrior. I am not the warrior. So nothing was in my hand. Everything is in your program. That's what I am able to feel and experience now. Next words. Lelehyase grasamanas samantat lokan samagran vadanaijvaladbhihim tejobhirapurya jagat samagram bhasastavograf pratapanti vishnu. Pratapanti means it is torturing the people, tormenting the people. In these words, it's a different expression from Arjuna. So when somebody is served with varieties of food, that too in a long banana leaf, because sweet exists in the right corner, pickle exists in the left corner, and all these pachadis and all these curries are existing in the middle, lined up, and sweets, pickle and curries and special dishes are existed here. When you want to take a look from right to left, you have to spend at least 2 seconds to at least 5 seconds to look at them. When everything is being served, even kheer is also kept, payasam we call it. So all kinds of sweets and delicious dishes, when it is served, a person starts eating with so much of tremendous interest in it. He takes from right and left and from bottom of the leaf, and he just swallows the things. In between he takes pickles and enjoys by eating. That's what the given example. I could see you were a great eater, and while eating you are not sad alone. You enjoy by eating. Enjoy eating what? Eating people, eating the creatures, eating the nature. You are the eater. And that too swallowing, See, grasamana means swallowing. Lelikhyate, you repeatedly lick with relish. When you eat a very delicious food, you swallow everything in the mouth, you want to taste again, you do like this. So that's what, it looks as though you are enjoying it, everything. You swallow and you take here and there from samagran lokan vadanaihi jwaladbihi vajanaihi samantan grasamanaha lelihyase. You just swallow all the creatures from all the directions. Not only that, with blazing mouth you swallow, and also your radiance which are filling the top to bottom of the world. That is all pervaded. That which is scorching the people, that which is tormenting the people. So people are not able to tolerate. That is the principle of Kala. The time principle. Never wait for anybody. Bhagavan is so compassionately takes everybody's spirit. Means he causes for the death. So compassionately. That's what the expression Arjuna gives here. Though his mind is not able to accept the fact, but his buddhi is working properly. Anything that happens in your life, it's only is because of Bhagavan. So you have to grow to accept the fact. If you are not acceptable, if you are not able to accept the death of your relatives, if you are not able to think and discuss about the evil factor of the world, that's your problem, not the problem of Ishvara. Because Ishvara is so compassionate. So when he begins the account for a jiva, he has to close the account. And also you can ask one thing, Swamiji, you said Bhagavan is so compassionate, then what should he do? He should let us know when we are going to die. Of course, he will do that. Will you live the life? If you are informed about your last day, last breath, last time, for example, after 50 years, you are going to die in this place because of this person, and that too with these equipments. Will you be happy? Whenever the equipments, it happens to see or it happens to come in front of you, you will die every single minute. You won't live for 50 years. You will die every minute. Therefore, Bhagavan is so compassionate. He hides so that you can be happy at least up to the last minute. Swamiji, beautifully Bhagavan Krishna is brainwashing us. He need not to brainwash you, my dear. The fact you have to accept. So when you are given scriptures, you are given intelligence in you, when you have the capacity or ability to think and analyze, that is your effort. The effort from you should be there to realize it. Otherwise, you will die without maturity. Without maturity, in order to live, it becomes without maturity. What I mean to say, if you continue life without maturity, it's not the life, it is a hell. And Arjuna is very, he become very serious. So when something happens in a terrible way, when you suffer, you become alert. When you are happy, you are deluded completely. But when you suffer, the suffering remains a long time in our life. Next verse. Akyahi meko bhavanugra rupaha namostu te devavara prasida Vijñātumiccāmi bhavantamadhyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. Akyahi means please tell. Kathaya me ko bhavan ugra rupaha. Who are you? He is not able to identify the Krishna. Who are you? Because the terrible, the tormenting, scorching, this heat, radiance of Bhagavan Krishna makes him to forget about himself. Now he is just, inquiring because he is losing his capacity. Because mind and buddhi, they do have a limited capacity, beyond that you cannot understand. That's what is happening with Arjuna. He is not able to understand who is standing in front of him. I prostrate you, who are you? Please tell me. Vijñātum iccāmi bhavantam ādyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. I am not able to realize your functions, and I am not able to realize where are you from, where you began from. Suddenly, these eyes, they lose their what is that capacity. The brain loses to think, it ceases to be, sometimes which happens, sometimes, happy things also. You become stunned, no words to say. It's like a, sweet shock. But here Arjuna is in very serious condition. because Bhagavan always he is endowed with Saumya Rupa. You might have seen all these South Indians. They love to see God with a smile face. Even Lord Shiva with a smile face. If you go to North, Lord Shiva with six packs and with strong and very serious face. So you see the method. We would like to see Ishvara with only smiling face. We don't want to see him as a serious man. Even people, they expect sannyasis means they have to be very smiley face, artificial smiley face. That is the tendency of human mind. That's what is happening with Arjuna. The mind is not able to tolerate the appearance of Bhagavan, which is very Ugra Rupam. Ugra Rupam means the form which is terrifies. That we will continue from next session tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.